Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Black Clover. Last time around was... Come on, tell me the name. Dang it, they're not telling me the name. Storming the Shadow Palace. Yes, I remember. God, these are getting harder and harder to remember for some reason. Reunion. Last reunion, I feel like, at least. Mereoleona and Fuegoleon have arrived, and Mereoleona, Fuegoleon, Mimosa, Nozel, Noel, and Asta have all gone into the Shadow Palace to face the 12, are they 12? Well, they're probably less than 12 now, at the very least. But the Apostles of Sephira, I believe is what they are called. And yeah, so Asta and Mimosa are facing up against Rill, or not Rill. Mereoleona is facing Veto. Fuegoleon is facing the new captain of the Purple Orcas, and Noel is facing Fauna. And that's pretty much where we left off. And I guess we don't know if those fights are going to continue or not, namely Fuegoleon and Mereoleona's fights, because they seem to be knocking them out, but I don't know, they could, one of them's Veto. Like, Veto might last a little bit longer, so I don't know. It'd be funny if he didn't, though. So yeah, that is pretty much where we left off. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Black Clover. Here we go. Demons and dwarves. Okay, we've been waiting for a demon to show up for, a long time, so that one's fine. Dwarves? What? You waited 114 episodes to show dwarves? Oh, I know technically they waited so long to reveal the elves, but that's part of the plot. That's part of, the intrigue of what's going on, what's with the Eye of the Midnight Sun. It's like, oh, they're elves, but from a time long past, and it's like, dwarves apparently just exist. Dwarves apparently just exist, and Charmy is a human-dwarf hybrid, which hybrids technically has already been established, technically, because Licht and Tetia were married. She was pregnant, too. She was human, he was an elf. So they would have had a half-human, half-elf hybrid child. And they say that, as they said in this episode, it's hybrids can have both the magical attributes of their parents. So their child could have had sword magic and whatever Tetia's magic was. I guess they didn't really say what Tetia's magic was, but still. I guess it could be like her brother's, so it could be some sort of light magic, so... It stands to reason that it would have been some sort of light magic, so... Okay, but dwarves. We also have... Now we truly have Onesan Charmy. I don't know how to feel about this. She's tall, she is older, her voice is deeper, her hair has been let down, she is fuller. I don't know if I like that. What I do like is not even giving Asta an opening to hit Rill with the sword and save him. Charmy is just going to beat the ever-loving shit out of him for, the next 6 hours until this plot is resolved, so, okay, oh my god, alright, don't waste food. Don't waste food, apparently. Oh, her cotton sheep became a wolf. Oh my god, I can't believe they just casually introduced dwarves into Black Clover. Because that's the thing is, this show is a medieval fantasy, which I really like. I really like, in the past year or so, I've really gotten into more medieval fantasies. I've been playing Fire Emblem, and I just started the Dragon Quest VII demo on my Switch too. And I really enjoy that. It's my first Dragon Quest game, so I'm going to get the full game when it comes out. And I've been enjoying medieval fantasies like Frieren and Delicious in Dungeon. And the thing is with this show, it's like it is a medieval fantasy, but not like a normal medieval fantasy. Like, it is more shonen battle anime than it is medieval fantasy. It just kind of has a medieval fantasy skin over it, basically. And that's okay. I'm perfectly okay with that. But man, it just seems so weird to introduce dwarves, which are, like, there's no other way around it, is medieval fantasy. Which I know, the elves are too, but because the elves are, worked within the backstory, and we knew of, Licht and, well, Patry, technically. We knew him as Licht, but Patry, Raya, Veto, Fauna, all of that stuff, we built that up for, 90 episodes before revealing, they were elves, 500 years ago, and now they're being reincarnated. But then just suddenly, Charmy is half dwarf. I was just not expecting that. Because even, because we have witches in this show. Vanessa is a witch. Dorothy, I believe, is also one of the witches. And then, obviously, we had the Queen of the Witches. We had a whole arc about that. But the thing is, the witches are not a species. They're just a group, They're just a group of female sorcerers, essentially, who all choose the witch lifestyle, I mean, yeah, I guess it's a thing of, like, every, I don't know, 50 episodes or so? Kinda. I mean, it hasn't been 50 episodes since the elves were introduced properly, but it's just every so often, I guess they're just going to introduce some other part of medieval fantasy, Like, we had witches, then elves, now dwarves, and it's like, what else are we doing? Are we going to get, like, golems next or something? I don't even know. Is that technically... I guess that is... golems appear in some medieval fantasies. I don't know. What's another one? Just general monsters and dragons and stuff. I mean, maybe we could get a dragon, Like, the monsters we have seen so far... That's the thing, actually. We have not fought a lot of monsters. I mean, there's the, like, giant magical boars in the woods, but they might start introducing dragons. That would be interesting. The thing is, again, it's like, with the wild magic boars, those are just animals, They're wild, yes, but they are animals. Like, for the most part, we've been fighting people this whole show. But I guess they could start introducing more, like, magical creatures, And I guess, technically, we have the spirits, we have Belle, we have Salamander, but even they differ from each other. I guess Salamander is technically a dragon, but still. That's so crazy, though. Like, there's such a disconnect, and especially too when they show, Mimosa is explaining dwarves, and they show a picture, and it's like the motherfucker just walked out of Snow White. That's what this is. It just seems so weird, especially because this is shonen battle anime with a medieval flavoring, but at the same time, it's like, seeing this, like, that dwarf could have fit in on Delicious in Dungeon or something, or, or Frieren or something. It's like, those are medieval fantasies. This is a shonen battle anime with a medieval, texture pack enabled, I don't know, what a weird thing to just suddenly, 114 episodes in, they just decided to introduce dwarves. That's so weird. That's so weird. And it's funny, too, because, like, I remember one of the complaints I had in My Hero Academia was that it took them like well over 100 episodes to really introduce systemic racism into My Hero. And it's just like, oh yeah, there's people that treat, some people with quirks that make them look different than normal humans. They get treated poorly. And it's like, you kind of took your time to introduce that. I guess this is kind of the same way, except, again, this doesn't impact anything really except Charmy, It just means Charmy, the gag manga character, is more gaggy. That sounded wrong. Sounded better in my head. Okay, But yeah, it's like, it's I guess it's similar in that it's what seems like an important thing to drop over 100 episodes in, or however many chapters this is, however many chapters in the manga, but at the same time, this doesn't really impact anything. The bigger thing is, at the end of this episode, it's like, oh, the demon! We've been waiting so long, there's a demon now! We have been waiting so long for this to happen, We kept speculating, where is the demon? Which, I mean, we know there is a demon because Asta has communicated with it within the swords, So we have known there would be a demon at some point, but I don't know. This is weird. It's so weird. It's really, really weird. Yeah, Charmy is half dwarf. Meanwhile, boy, if it wasn't for that forbidden magic, Noelle would have just killed Fauna right there. Like, she's got magical stuff. Can't revive her clothes, but can revive her. She's got her titties hanging out, but, But yeah, that would have just killed Fauna, so. Noelle, who, it's just like, honestly, it's kind of ridiculous that it's just like, oh, she's not in full control of her Valkyrie armor and stuff like that. It's like, honey, it's like, I know we spent an entire episode about how much better she's gotten in 100 episodes, but oh my god, I'm still not used to how good she is now. It's like ridiculous. Yeah. Demons. Dwarves. Fauna's tits. That's what we got this episode. Dwarves! What a weird thing. 114 episodes in, and however many chapters in the manga, to just suddenly be like, yeah, Charmy, she's half dwarf. Like, excuse me? I didn't know dwarves were a thing! What? Oh. They're just hanging out. The dwarves have no problems, apparently. Dwarves also have magic, but I guess they just were chill, or they just never met the humans. Because the humans didn't take them out like they took the elves out. What else can we get? I don't know. Dwarves. See, I can't even think about, like, The Legend of Zelda, because, like, they don't have any of those in there. It's like, Hylians are elf-like, they have the pointed ears. But every other race in Zelda is, created for Zelda. So you got Zora, Gerudo, Goron, the Kokiri. Like, none of them are going to appear, but I don't know. But I would be way into this show leaning more into medieval fantasy tropes. Sure, why not? It's interesting. I want to see how those things appear in Black Clover, so sure, dwarves. Here's dwarves. Not only are there dwarves, but Charmy is part dwarf. What a thing. And also demons. There's also demons too, but honestly not the biggest shock that there are demons in this show. So yeah. Hey-hoo. I love too that it's just like, alright, how are we introducing dwarves? They're essentially a joke. That it's just like, oh yeah, Charmy, she got way more powerful because Rill knocked the food away, and now she's just gonna beat the shit out of him for a long time. And it's like, alright, cool. This is ridiculous. Alrighty. Well, with all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Black Clover reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.